So let me introduce Tatiana Timoshenko with the presentation Game Life Before and After Release. Tatiana has over 9-year experience in game dev business and joined G5 as Director of Licensing from Oberon Media, where she spent 3 years as Developer Partnership Manager, overseeing multiple development and publishing deals. Before that, Tatiana worked in a number of private IT companies, specializing in game development and outsourcing fields. Tatiana holds master's degree in philology. So, Tatiana, welcome, and the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Yeah, hello to everybody, and let's start. So, yeah, my name is Tatiana, and I'm in G5 since 2011. And today I would like to tell you about the game life before and after release with the publisher. So in this presentation, I would like to share some internal useful information which can help you to work with probably any publisher in a game development. At first, just a few brief facts about G5 company. So we were founded in 2001 and moved to mobile in 2008. In a year, in 2009, we became a mobile publisher already. We started free-to-play model games publishing in 2011, and since that time we're moving to free-to-play model completely. So far we have around hundreds of game applications across the mobile platform, and 13 of them are free-to-play model games. In June 2014, we became a NASDAQ-listed company, and as well as G5 is open public company based in, headquartered in Sweden. And in 2015, the revenue we reached is 15 million USD mark. That is 50% more that we showed in 2014. I would like to describe all aspects of working with the publisher from the beginning so that any developer could feel comfortable and convenient with what's going on, what can happen with the game when they start working the publisher. So, and of course, the main example, the main basis is going to be my company, so that I can prove that it's really happening in the life. Okay, so the first stage, we call it preview. And I'm happy to announce that everybody can submit the game to G5 using the developers at g5e.com. The best idea is to provide us the playable demo. We almost never preview the game which is just done on a paper because it's impossible to estimate how it's going to be. So after that, the group of people review a game internally and made a final decision. Yes or no? That's quite easy. So the main aim of this stage is to choose high quality, different genre, family friendly, easy to learn and play, and targeted at the widest audience games. We are not focused on acquiring a lot of games. We are more focused on top games which differs from each other so that none of the game can cannibalize the sales of each other. And we have to, like say, feed our plays with different genres, different gameplay, so that any user can find something interesting among the G5 catalog. Before submitting your game to the publisher, you better to check in whether your game is actually suits the publisher catalog. For instance, historically happened that G5 is more focused on the games like hidden object, puzzle, time management. In other words, it is a game, adventure game where you solve some different tasks, quests, finding the clues, solving the puzzles. And the target audience of G5 is women aged over 35. To tell the truth, this is quite loyal audience which plays the game really long time, and also prefer to play on the tablets. This is the perfect audience for free-to-play model because free-to-play model games are supposed to be like forever. This is G5 Reality, and the game which you sent for review is supposed to fit it. How long the first stage can take? Due to the group review, we have 9 people involved in this process, and these people are sitting in different offices and even different countries. So it may take approximately from 2 up to 4 weeks for the first stage. As a result of the first stage, you will get either declined, or we believe that we can proceed, go further. We believe in your game. We think that together we can make a great success, so that you get a publisher contract to sign. After the contract signing, you will be connected with the producer team and start preparing the game for the first release. This is 24 hours, 7 days per week mutual work. One part of this work consists of implementing all internal publisher features they have in their pipeline. For instance, at G5, it is G5 Game Navigator. This is a supporting tools. This is our internal analytic tools. This is a marketing feature. This is a cross-promo action. And as well as we provide 12 languages localization in order to get the global build to launch worldwide. Another part of the polishing is preparing making the game according to G5 know-how, the best practices, as well as according to the store's requirements, which we update each time when they get to us. And we have like the library of all this requests you need to be fit. And the last but not the least is the creative over unique. It's creative work. It's creation of unique game. For each game, we create a special pipeline using different management tools. I don't know, for instance, we use a Jira a lot, if you well know with it. This part, the production stuff, is probably one of the hardest one because you don't know each other, and neither publisher nor developer. It's like a work with a blank sheet of a paper, and a lot of complaints actually can raise on this period. But at the end of this stage, you will get high quality, ready for launch on all the platform, good game which you're happy with. And game preparation for the first release can take a lot of time, really. Depends on dozens of factors, like communication skills, number of employees on both sides, speed of work, whatever. But according to our practice, it may normally take you up, starting, let's say, 4 months up to half a year, just to make everything done correctly, QA on all devices, and be sure that the game won't be collapsed in a few days after release. So, and after all this work has been done, we do so-called soft launch. But in G5 practice, soft launch, it's actually a normal global launch with 12 languages localization, like we do Russian, English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Japanese, Korean, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, and Portuguese. As well, the game, of course, have to be fully functional, tested on all targeted devices. And we do such kind of global launch, but we do it for our audience only. Don't start a massive marketing from the first day, of course. And the main aim of this soft launch is to find the weak side of the game and prepare good updates. We don't practice soft launch on a particular country or in English only. We did it before. After we got the not full statistic preparing several updates, and after we've done a global launch, we have to redo it once more. So it's a double work for you. We decided to get rid of this practice and start doing normal global launch for everybody, but with not such much visibility on the market. So, as a result of this soft launch, we can get the game really polished on the real players for free, actually, because we have our organic traffic and we share with it with any partner we have. And user acquisition in such G5 variant of soft launch costs you nothing, and still you have real players to test it. This can help us to minimize the marketing costs and risks and provide more targeted user acquisition after. So, when the game is launched, you need to start updating production, yeah? And here you need some technical tools which help you to analyze whether your game is working properly, like analytics, support team, marketing, QA, specialists. This is not G5 know-how. For sure, I wouldn't stop a lot at this slide, but I would like just to draw your attention to this part of our work, because it's quite important to invest not only in the game content, but also analyze whether your existing game content is working properly. For instance, G5 has our own internal made analytics system, and during 2015 we invest around $2 million just to improve it and get it working properly. So now the company has developed a proper system for game analytics, which processes a big data of how players use the game in real time and analyze the game's retention and monetization, which can be improved. Another important function of this company analytics is to track the relation between the cost of user acquisition and lifetime value of the user, so that we can be ensured that we have effective investment to the marketing budget. So, after launch, after you provide you get the statistic. Actually, it starts the most hot and funny time, because from the developer side, for instance, you have to produce content updates, improve the game, and add some new features and updates. And all this stuff have to be done in a real short period of time, like 1 month, at least. Better to do it once in a 2 week, of course. In our practice, together with the first release build, we already start preparing the first update, content update normally. So, you should divide your work into a few parts, like first content update, first bug fixing, and first feature update. This is all after soft launch and getting the first statistic. Each part of this work have to be suitable for 1 month to be completed, except the feature content, because feature content can be lost several months. That's normal. So, G5 after game launch strategies actually consist of a constant improvement. We believe that polishing the game can bring results, especially if you know what to do and have a good pipeline. It is now industry standard that it takes quite some attempts to create a single hit game. Our larger and more successful competitors are producing many games, while only a few of them end up being released. The rest are killed during the development or on early stages. We are using the same approach, but because of smaller size and cost advantages and lower break-even points, we release all the games we develop. And we like to give them a bit more time before we give up. To tell the truth, we never pull out any free-to-play game yet, so all our free-to-play games exist and alive. We don't throw the game to the market ocean so that the game in a jungle can either survive or die. We prefer to invest more in the game, especially if we've done all the previous stages and spend a lot of time together with developer polishing the game. And as soon as we see that the game reaches certain KPIs, we start the massive user acquisition strategy. And this allows us to use the marketing budget more clever and prolong the game life. Together with a constant improvement, constant polishing, updates, and with a quite clever user acquisition, the game can reach really long and successful life. And this is not just empty words. Here are some examples of our work as a publisher. This game called Hidden City. And originally the game was released in February 2014. And it took 1 year of polishing, so the game shows the following result. On the upper graphic, you can see the downloads, and below this is the revenue. So as you can see, quite stable and progressive, probably even impressive. So these turnarounds in the game's performance is a result of a number of changes that has been made to the game's structure and monetization mechanics. As it may take time to achieve the optimal retention and monetization balance in the game, we consider the first 6 months after the game initial release as a soft launch. During this period, we analyze how players really reach the game and make changes which is necessary, as well as we continue to provide the new platforms releases. So we have other examples of a similar success story. Some of these games are G5 IPs, owned by us. Others are made together with independent studios. Anyway, we believe that each of the game can be success if you do hard work. And if you do believe in your game, don't hesitate to contact us. Actually, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tatiana. Do you have any questions to address to Tatiana? Something to go into details about the process of submitting the game, or? Okay. So thank you very much, Tatiana, for your time and presenting the G5 entertainment.
Thank you very much.